I don't even know if this shit's recording correctly at this point, but Healing Out Loud series would be a series that I'm gonna literally do it specifically just for you to and then like clips everywhere else. So that's where that's gonna end up going towards, because honestly at this point it's like the shit that I'm jumping into, I can't go into with the same like mindset, the same problems, or the same uh the same, yeah, like the same perspective. So I personally found that like, yo, for me to like go through a process of like healing per se, I found that the Healing Out Loud series that I started, those are actually pretty badass. Personally, I love it. So that was fucking A1 essentially to start that whole process. So it's like healing's not linear. Like I tell everybody, like do what makes you fucking happy. Like yeah, I know people that they don't do any kind of, what is it, supplements or whatever you want to call it. Then I know people that do supplements. Like this whole healing process is find what fucking works for you. Just make sure in the end, like you're happy. So yeah, um, that's the only thing I could think about for that. So I'm gonna be implementing our those chakras. So the shit that I was using when I was going through my healing process and like just basically breaking up like my work days and shit. That is something that I pretty much want to bring to the internet, because it's gonna help me hold myself accountable. Um, I track all the shit that I do, so I know there's a lot of days where shit would just, it's like, what was I doing? Like I know what I was doing, but it was like, all right, I could have been a little bit more productive and stuff. So at this point I'm like, all right, but bring my work sessions to the internet. So essentially when I'm going through my work sessions, we'll be doing that shit together. So for example, um I've been updating my fucking computer literally. What I think for I started, I want to say maybe at like 2 p.m. Today. Like I'm not a fan of Windows products, and then my desktop, I finally just turned that shit on right now because I was like, all right, let me see if everything still works, because I haven't used it in fuck since probably like May. It was the last time I actually used it. So yeah, hopefully all that is actually recording. But I wanted to basically bring my work sessions to bringing that into like my daily life. So I'm really trying to figure out how to work it, because what I'm noticing now, again, if you're paying attention to the changes that are going on in your life, you should know, certain patterns that work for you. So my AM routine, based on the fact of it's coldish sit now, and with all the damages that I what is it? The damages that I receive, yeah, it fucking hurts like a bitch when it gets cold. So early morning type shit. I was telling my mentor, I was like, yeah, I need to start making enough pesos, so I'm migrating when it's wintertime, because I can't make it through yeah, I can't do this shit. Like, I'm fucking done right now. Like, real talk. But, yeah, so I'm gonna be dropping in with our dose soccer system, and I'm gonna be testing this shit out. So Monday through Friday, during my 5 hour work session, I normally start my work session after. I'm aiming for 11, so it'll be 11 to whatever the 5 hour session is. And basically, when I was going through like my whole like recouping myself through brain damage, I used the dose, so like dopamine, serotonin, all that shit, and uh what is it like, so the dopamine and then the chakras, and I put everything together. So like, let's say I was spazzing out or I was having a moment, I'd roll the dice, and let's say came up with like throat. I'll take a break. When I take the break, I'll address whatever is on here. So I know, all right, it's my throat chakra. I'm gonna grab my little mirror because I keep everything like on fucking point. I got my affirmations on one side, then I got like little miniature affirmations here, and you know, I basically know, hey, all right, so the other thing, that's gonna feel like the dopamine and shit like that. So at that point, I put hear it out loud or speak in the middle, and then I do that for 3 to 5 minutes. So that's the type of like breaks that I'm gonna be including with the work sessions itself. Also, I will be putting together a mailing list so that way you can actually sign up, because I'd want to immediately send out um like what is that, a survey, so I can know like, okay, so how did the session work for you essentially. Then I'm also working right now to turn that into an app. I had a situation the other day, and the first thing I came to mind was like, damn, this would have been dope as shit if I had this information app where if I'm spazzing, whip out the app, do it, follow the instructions. So, for example, let's say I do the flashcards, which also these are going to be included with what is it? There's a 7-day mindset reset program that I'm developing that's going to tie in with all of this information. Like, bro, when I tell you the brain is burning, the brain is burning. So let's say when we're doing our work session or whatever, let's say we pull the card or whatever. So when you pull the card, we got the root chakra. So essentially, the root chakra is going to tell you like the root. It's going to tell you that's dopamine. It's going to tell you, you're supposed to work on like your stability and shit. Then from there, again, 3 to 5 minutes, you can either drink cold water, anything with like something cold, grounding, and then of course these come in like small affirmations. So it's like I'm safe and all that shit. So what I'm doing right now is putting all of that on an app, and it's like, yeah, the shit that I was doing before brain damage is like, yo, this was a lot fucking easier. Now it's the process of, all right, so building this out, and it took for me to actually get scared for me to say, oh shit, this would be actually a good concept as an app. So for work-based days, I'll be using these, and again, the work-based sessions or study sessions, it's me holding me accountable, so that week I have to go live. It's kind of like tonight, no cap, I was gonna come up with so many fucking reasons, because I was like, I had a shit day, I had a fucking asthma attack, like, I had a list of reasons, and I was like, well, I did get everything else done, why the fuck would do not go live? I still have to do the series on imposter syndrome. I do believe that's gonna be like a staple shit, because I have a plethora. I have fucking 35 years of imposter syndrome that I got fucking stories for days. So with all the research and shit that I've got into, it's like I noticed this a lot of like the big name celebrities and like the fucking writers and shit, all their like interviews are all the fucking same. It got to a point where I was watching some of the interviews, because I've been researching for at this point almost 2 years, and it's like I was fucking completing the parts of the end, and I was like, ew, this is disgusting. Like, do people not catch on to this shit? So Yeah, I'm super excited. Right now, at this point, I think my give back process is me teaching people what the fuck I know. Essentially, going back to what I was doing before I got hurt. I love to fucking speak ish. I'm gonna work on that because I love to speak, but then I don't fucking love to speak. So I'm really gonna have to like figure out how to work my brain through all this process. Some of my clients are like, "But you're great at this," and I'm like, "I'm really not." Like the energy that goes into like paying attention to people when they speak, they have no fucking idea. But yeah. So 30 days, I'll be showing up every single fucking day. I'm questioning if I'm gonna do it on Sundays, or Sundays would probably be like movie days or some shit. But yeah, every reason that I could think about why I wasn't gonna go live got debunked today. I was like, my background's dirty, and they showed me somebody with background where I was like, oh, all right. So people do go live with their house and like shit, like yeah. But I'm just excited for the whole entire process. Best of all, we're learning my likes and dislikes with me as I'm going through this whole entire process. I did get a message earlier about if I'm spiritual or if I'm religious. Life after death, I don't know. At this point in time, like I'm a question mark because there's so many things. It's like I'm a believer. I could say that. Like I've seen a lot of shit. Like personally, it's like wow, and to come back and say, oh shit, I've done 35 years on this fucking earth plane, and I've had the ability to say, yo, I've time jumped with different facets. Like I've seen shit, and nobody could really top that type of shit. It's different. So, um, yeah. Heal Now Loud series. Those are gonna be YouTube series. Those are gonna address like childhood coming up. And those are gonna be 20 minutes series. Like I said, I definitely want to hold myself accountable for showing up. And once what is it? Once those are completed, then I want to turn those into separate series. Because healing's not linear, from what I've hit with stuff, trying to get my the 20 in. But yeah, y'all, like legit. It's for the individuals that are asking like, what's my religious stance? I don't have much of a religious stance. And I do believe that's where these Heal Now Loud concept videos. It's gonna help everyone get to know each other. Gets to help you essentially know me, because I have a very different perspective on a lot of takes. So yeah, I was interested before brain damage, and it's kind of like this just locked it into the individual that I was, that I would always fight not to be, because it wasn't. I'm not a very palatable person, and it's like, yeah, if I say something, I have to always like refrain from not saying it how I'm thinking it type shit, and I can't do that anymore type. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. So I do appreciate the Healing Out Loud series. Um, I do know once those series are finished, uh, it's one of those things where I wanted to complete the first set of life that I had. I get these thoughts in the hours, so yeah, it's like, why not do before my I don't like the word reincarnation, but it's like, yeah, but then at the same time, I'm like, yo, I'm dope as fuck. Like, my actual birthday is like May 10th, and then the shit happened on March 10th. It's like, Yeah, like your epic is fuck. Like how many people do actually say this is how scrolling shit? But yeah. Overall though, what the fuck was I saying? You see, I just scrolled. I got too excited about that. But yeah, y'all. Overall, I do want to address the series to where as you're getting to know me as the person that was essentially, I guess, before, and then where the transition and changes of the individual that I'm becoming now. Yeah, like I wasn't the meanest person, but I also wasn't the nicest person. Like I was ignorant, but then I was an ignorant type shit. Like I knew how to address certain uh rooms that I'm placed in, so I camouflaged very well. So um stuff like that I do believe would actually help. So that way individuals can see how I'm able to relate to them, because I don't believe when I say things it's reciprocated in a non-judgmental manner. So yeah, me doing this healing out loud process also, I just hope that it will improve my speaking. So yeah, got a lot of shit that I'm working on for like the next 30 days. So yeah, wish me luck, but I'm super excited. I don't know what the fuck happened. It's like yesterday or the day before. I was like, yo, yeah, you kind of are tired of your situation. All right, let me not say I don't know what happened. It's like after August, yo, I get on this little high, and then yeah, that we did our 20 minutes. But yeah, I really do love y'all. I do love the fact that I am being consistent and I'm showing up, and I'm trusting myself a lot more. Like isolation fucking makes to like it makes you become somewhat impenetrable in a sense. I probably used the wrong word, but I love the fact that I've been isolating in the aspect of I'm doing everything backwards. So I'm a very analytical person. Like, bitch, you tell me once in one time, and it's like, if I care about you, I'm gonna remember what the fuck you said. And I notice after brain damage is a lot worse. Um, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do well in relationships. Like, I'll probably be the worst person because it's like I think too much into stuff. So here it is now. I'm like I'm teaching myself how to. When I look back at like my happier times, it's like I had responsibilities, but I was doing like childish shit. If that makes sense. Like I wasn't stressed, and now I can speak on the difference of stress levels where I understand why people stress, and that like I used to like make, and that's another thing. So it's like I can be authentic and then I say shit and then be like, oh my god, cancel. I don't have time for all of that shit. So I'm really gonna have to like figure out how to still portray me, but then also not offend people, because everybody is like essentially soft when it comes to like shit. So yeah, but there's a lot of stuff that I'm learning, and I appreciate this whole entire experience because it's like the resilience and the discipline and all the shit that I've had over the years is like it's tiring, but then it's like this is so fucking fulfilling at the same time, and it's like in my fucking little brain, it's like wow, like you're actually learning to celebrate yourself. Like this is the best shit. Like yeah, but I love you guys. Oh, it's 11:11 too. See, look at what we made it here. But I really do love you guys. Again, every day is the goal. Every day I'm going live for the 30 days, and pretty much introduction to this entire process of rebuilding life. and introducing the 5-hour work schedule. So I'll plan like whatever days and let you guys know about it. But yeah, it's gonna be dope. Fish it, and I'm hope you have now. Love y'all. Later. My mindset.